Hello, Profit Quest family. It's always a pleasure having you here on the channel. If you're tuning in for the first time, welcome to Profit Quests, your go-to destination for everything related to crypto, airdrops, DeFi, and the latest developments in the blockchain world. If you haven't yet, make sure to click that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never miss out on any updates. And don't forget to join our Telegram channel using the link in the description. On the Telegram channel, I regularly publish new airdrop opportunities and share tons of updates from the world of crypto that can help you stay ahead in this rapidly changing space. Now, let's get into the topic for today. Why is crypto illegal in some countries? This is a question that gets asked a lot, especially as we continue to see explosive growth in the crypto space worldwide. While some countries have embraced this technology and are working hard to create supportive environments for innovation, others have gone the opposite route, banning crypto altogether. But what's behind those decisions? Why are some governments so opposed to something that many see as the future of finance? Let's begin by understanding the core issue, which is the lack of control. One of the most important reasons why crypto is banned in several countries is that it takes control out of the hands of governments. Traditional money, like the dollar, euro, or rupee, is issued and controlled by central banks. These institutions manage the supply of money, monitor transactions, and create policies that help steer the national economy. With crypto, none of that is possible. Cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum operate on decentralized networks. No single entity controls them, and transactions can happen peer-to-peer without the involvement of any central authority. This presents a big challenge for governments that are used to having full control over monetary systems. When they can't trace where money is going or how it's being used, they feel like they're losing a grip on the economy, and that can be very unsettling. The next major reason is the association with crime and scams. Cryptocurrencies have, unfortunately, gained a reputation for being linked to illegal activities. Because many crypto transactions can be anonymous or hard to trace, some people have used them to conduct unlawful operations like money laundering, terrorism financing, and large-scale scams. This has led to fears among governments that allowing crypto to flourish without regulation could encourage criminal behavior. In response, some governments have taken the drastic step of banning crypto entirely, claiming that it's for the safety and protection of their citizens. While this may seem like an overreaction, for many policymakers, the risks seem too high to ignore, especially when they lack the technical infrastructure to monitor crypto usage properly. Another important factor is the threat that crypto poses to weak or unstable local currencies. In countries where inflation is high and people have lost faith in their national currency, cryptocurrencies offer an attractive alternative. Instead of keeping their savings in a devaluing currency, people turn to Bitcoin, stablecoins, or other crypto assets that hold their value better. While this makes sense from an individual's point of view, it causes serious issues for national economies. When citizens abandon the national currency in favor of digital assets, it can cause even more instability and push the country into deeper economic trouble. Governments see this trend as dangerous and try to prevent it by banning the use of cryptocurrencies altogether. Another reason why crypto is still illegal in many regions is due to the lack of clear regulatory frameworks. In a lot of developing countries, the legal systems have not caught up with the fast pace of crypto innovation. There are no rules or guidelines for how crypto should be taxed, regulated, or used. In such a legal vacuum, governments are often reluctant to allow something they don't understand and can't control. Rather than taking the risk of allowing something that could potentially cause harm or confusion, they choose to ban it completely until they can put the right laws in place. This is often seen as a temporary measure, but in some countries, it can last for years due to slow legislative processes. Religious and moral concerns are also a factor in some parts of the world. In several Islamic countries, for instance, cryptocurrencies have been labeled as haram, meaning forbidden, under Islamic law. This is because some scholars consider crypto to be a form of gambling, or speculate that it has no real backing or intrinsic value. Since Islamic finance places a strong emphasis on assets being backed by something tangible and prohibits certain types of risk and speculation, crypto doesn't always fit those requirements. As a result, governments in those countries may ban it outright based on moral and religious grounds, even if there is economic interest from the public. Let's look at some specific examples to understand this better. In China, crypto trading and mining have been completely banned. The government stated that the decision was taken to maintain financial stability and prevent speculative bubbles that could hurt the economy. Algeria and Morocco have also banned crypto activities due to a mix of financial, legal, and religious concerns. In other countries, the reasons might vary from national security threats to fears of economic disruption. Each government has its own reasons, but many of them revolve around the same core issues we've just discussed. Now let's try to simplify all of this and understand it from another angle. Why do some governments struggle to fully accept or even understand crypto? It starts with the fear of losing control. When a government issues its own currency, it can manage everything related to that currency: inflation, interest rates, banking policies, and more. But when crypto comes into the picture, it disrupts that power. Because it's decentralized, governments can't just step in and stop transactions or issue new supply like they can with fiat. The more popular crypto becomes, the less control governments feel they have. And for many, that's a frightening prospect. Another concern is that cryptocurrencies are difficult to track. Transactions on blockchain networks are transparent in the sense that they're recorded permanently and publicly, but the identities behind those transactions can be hidden. This anonymity is a double-edged sword. While it provides privacy for users, it also opens the door to activities like tax evasion, underground markets, and unreported income. Instead of figuring out how to work with the technology and improve tracking systems, some governments just decide to block it out of fear and a lack of preparedness. You also have to consider that many government officials and regulators come from a background that's deeply rooted in the traditional financial system. For them, crypto is a strange and fast-evolving space that feels risky and unfamiliar. Because it's new and constantly changing, it's easy to misunderstand it or be misled by its volatility and the scams that do exist within the space. Rather than spending time learning about the technology and how it can be integrated safely, some governments simply label it as dangerous or fraudulent and outlaw it. A related issue is how crypto threatens the role of banks. In the traditional system, people need banks to save, transfer, or borrow money. But crypto eliminates that need through decentralized finance, peer-to-peer transactions, and smart contracts. This is great for individual freedom and innovation, but not so great for banks that have long enjoyed their monopoly over financial services. When governments are closely tied to banking institutions, they naturally want to protect them. So, banning crypto becomes a way of defending the old system from a technology that could make it obsolete. Volatility is also a big concern. Crypto prices can change drastically in a short amount of time. For example, Bitcoin can rise or fall by thousands of dollars within days or even hours. Governments worry that if they allow their citizens to invest in crypto and then prices crash, there will be public outcry. People might lose their life savings and then blame the authorities for not protecting them. So, to avoid political backlash or economic instability, some governments just block crypto altogether, preferring to avoid the risk rather than educate their people on how to invest safely and responsibly. But it's important to remember that not all countries see crypto as a threat. Some are embracing it as a tool for growth and development. El Salvador became the first country to make Bitcoin legal tender. And while that decision was met with mixed reactions, it shows that some governments are willing to experiment and innovate. Countries like the United Arab Emirates, Singapore, and Switzerland are creating environments where crypto companies can thrive under clear regulations. Even large nations like India and the United States, though cautious, are starting to build legal frameworks that support responsible crypto adoption. If more governments took the time to understand crypto, they would realize the massive potential it holds. Blockchain technology can be used to bring transparency to governance, fight corruption, and ensure accountability. Digital economies can be boosted through crypto-driven innovation. And perhaps most importantly, cryptocurrencies can provide financial access to billions of people who are currently unbanked or underbanked, giving them the tools to participate in the global economy. Thank you so much for watching this far. I hope this helped you understand why crypto is illegal in some countries and the many factors that influence those decisions. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like it, share it with friends, and drop your thoughts in the comments below. And most importantly, if you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss any of our updates. Also, be sure to join our Telegram channel using the link in the description. That's where I post daily airdrop alerts, crypto news, updates, and exclusive opportunities you don't want to miss. Thanks again, Profit Quest's family. See you in the next video.